So here's the thing about mental health and social contagion. Is it possible that some people are over-prioritizing and over-diagnosing? Yes. Is it still being greatly underdiagnosed, especially in certain cross-sections of populations? Yes. But also, can shared universal experiences among a population give them a shared similar disorder? Why, yes. You know, we talk about the funny stories about our grandma saving everything. That's anxiety. You know, they're like, well, they lived through the Great Depression, so they just have to neurotically keep everything like a hoarder forever. It's anxiety, and they all share a tendency for it. Frugal culture for many of them, you know, for some people it's just a low-level vigilance. But there will be, I feel like in our society, and as somebody who's been dissociative since I was a wee little ass, since we were wee. Isn't that funny? Anyway, I'm funny. But I haven't just noticed social contagion, which I have noticed around dissociative stuff. I've also noticed more dissociation food in the world. People are getting, okay, so you tell kids you work hard and you'll get stuff. Like kids who are in trauma, they can have the cause and effect dissociated from each other and become, say, antisocial or hyper-independent or narcissistic because they're like, well, there's no cause or effect to doing good things. And so I've developed a maladaptive trait where these good and bad don't have associations with actions. There's not, things can get improperly associated, like my internal locus can get associated with external things, you know. Things can get unhealthfully associated as well, but that's not where we're at. Just like our grands with the anxiety, we have a thing that we're going through, and it's, what is the meaning of things? Is there going to be a world to be in? It's so uncertain that numbness and dissociation is kind of an appropriate reaction. A little bit of compartmentalization, a little bit of Delulu to get through the day, you know? It's quite sensible. PTSD is not maladapted. It's adaptive. It is maladaptive, I would say, like when you go back into a healthy place, what your brain learned to do in the past may not be appropriated for now, so maybe maladapted to your goals. But a PTSD behavior inside of a PTSD circumstance is perfectly adapted. Like, oh, are you trying to guess the motives of the person who's talking to you? Well, if they're just being a regular person, that's weird. But if the person you're talking to has secret messages peppered all throughout it, and you got to figure out how you're going to get in trouble because they have a random reward and punishment schedule for you, then that's a perfectly sensible response to constantly be watching them and watching for their cues of anger. It's rational. And so I think that some people are just like, I don't understand. There's more people with attention issues, but we have devices all the time. I don't understand. Why are people more dissociated? I don't understand. Why are they so anxious? I don't get it. What are they so depressed about? Maybe you should look around, buddy. Maybe you should take a little look around.